Alicia does life insurance, long-term, what do you
She
call
did your
it?
life insurance,
Long-term
right?
care insurance.
Yeah, so I have life insurance. Right now, I can't afford anything else in my life right now because of Nico, but it's okay. It's okay. I will do more later. But take it away, Alicia. I was very impressed with what you know and how you do things. Why should people get life insurance?
Life insurance is one of those instruments that you are setting up your family for their future once you're gone.
Yeah.
It's not for you.
No.
It's for all the people, the
Right.
families that you love.
If
that
something
you're leaving
happens.
behind. Yeah. And life insurance is one of those things that a lot of people think, I don't need it, I don't have kids, I don't need it, I'm not married. But eventually, we all need it. It's guaranteed we're going to go one of these days.
Do you have life insurance?
Yep.
Hope
Because
so.
Guarantee, I'm going to way before you.
Well, especially with, no, but
getting
you
ready
have
to go
kids.
now, yeah.
He's got, adult children that live in New York,
Right.
and if something happened to him,
Right.
it's nice to know
the first is
they'll be taken
the
care
horrible
of.
expense if somebody dies unexpectedly.
Yes.
There's this
Well,
giant
that's true,
horrible
too.
expense.
Well, how often do you see people on street corners holding up the signs, donations for funerals and
Oh,
all of
car
that?
washes
When it could have been
all the
avoided
time.
so easily. But beyond that, too, you
So
bring up a really
true.
good point. So your kids are all back in New York.
Right.
So long-term care insurance is one of the things that I actually really wanted to talk about today because
Yes.
a lot of people don't know
Let's
that it
talk
even
about
exists.
that.
Well, they're
Yeah.
not going to be here to take care of me.
That's the whole
That's
point,
good
and that's
point.
why you need it. Do you have it?
Sold.
So long-term care insurance is one of those issues when you get to the point in your life where you can't really take care of yourself anymore. You're having trouble feeding yourself. You can't get dressed by yourself. Get out of bed in the morning. You
Memory.
can't get around. All of that kind of stuff, especially when you start having memory issues. You really struggle with these
Awful.
things.
Awful.
And you're going to need help. So some people feel, well, my family will take care of me, which is all well and nice. But there's certain things when you really start to think about it, do you really want your family helping you do, like, use the bathroom and things
Yeah.
like that? I mean, that's just reality.
It's terrible.
So, or maybe you don't know for sure that your family's going to be here once you reach that age. Your kids are back in New York.
They're not going to drop everything and move here to change my
That's
diaper.
just not going to happen. So long-term care insurance provides you with this nice pool of money where if you decide you want to stay in your home, it pays for people to come in. It pays for meals. It pays for the house to be cleaned. It pays for whatever you may need. If you want to still be at home but you want activities during the day, you can go to those daytime facilities. Or you may just be in a
okay.
situation where you need to
Yep.
be moved into a facility. That's expensive, and there's no insurance that covers it. So you are
I was just
paying
going
out
to
of
ask
pocket.
you that. Medicare?
Nope. Medicare doesn't cover that. 100%. Medicare will never cover this.
My brother told me that the other day, and I didn't believe him because
Yeah, it's true.
my mom is, short-term memory, and she's not doing very well. She's only 75, but that's a good age.
Here's
and
the
even
big thing
10
that's
years
gonna-
before that, right?
Yeah, and here's the big thing that's going to become an issue. So a couple of years ago, the state of Washington passed a tax. It's a long-term care tax. It's almost 6% of your gross income.
Okay.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot, yeah.
That is being pulled and set aside to provide you long-term care when you need it, when
That's
the
in the
time
state of
comes.
Washington.
That's in the state of Washington. And the only way out of that tax is if you have a policy of your own. Well, there are 13 other states right now, which California is one of them, that it's coming.
They're
It's
thinking
coming.
about
So
doing that.
Assembly Bills 567 is happening right now. They're already through about halfway through the process.
Should we vote on that?
Not yet. I'll let you know when, though.
Okay.
And California and New York are going to be the next two states to pass that tax, and everyone's going to have it. And if you look at rates, 6% is 2 to 3 times what you can actually get a long-term care
You'd be
policy
better to
for.
buy it yourself,
You're
yeah.
better off to just buy one for yourself
Okay.
now. And don't wait until you're 50 or 60 or 70, because obviously it's one of those things, the older you get, the more expensive it's going to be. But you lock it in and you set it up now. So easy to do. And then you have that peace of mind, too, that you get to stay in control of your care. Because...
You don't want the state of California
Oh, no.
controlling, making your
No.
choices.
Now, Medicaid will pay for it if you're very low income.
Oh, okay.
But then they control where you go.
Yeah,
They-
that's another
and
California
That's
thing, right?
another California thing. And you can see how, I don't know if you've ever been to one of those Medicaid facilities. They're not happiness.
Yeah.
They're the kind of facilities that you see on Hollywood, on the
Yes.
movies that are so run down
Yes.
Let me say
and
it this
beaten
way.
up.
Have you been to the
Yes.
DMV? It's
Yeah,
kind of the
pretty
DMV
much.
for
Same thing.
managing old
Same
people.
thing. So it allows you, when you have a policy of your own, you get to stay in control of your care. You can go anywhere you want. You can have anyone you want come in. So it just gives you more control over your future and over your final days. And
Yeah.
And it's really affordable. So
Yeah, and
something
it
to
helps.
consider.
It helps the kids though too, because when Frank's dad was put in a facility, he, had this. I think he had that. I don't know. He was old school Italian. I think he hid money underneath the mattress.
Sure.
And
But
so
still, at
he
the end
had-
of the day,
yeah.
when you're saving up that money and you're building that legacy for your
Yes.
family to give them, do you want to have to spend that on your care, or would you rather use Banker's Life
Yep.
money,
Yeah.
for instance?
Oh, yeah.
And then you get to maintain that legacy to give to your family.
That's
Yeah.
the other thing. If you have that legacy and you're on state care, they take that legacy first.
Yeah.
You go with Banker's Life, and you don't have to give up your legacy.
Yeah,
Exactly
see?
right.
Well, how can
Baker's
people?
Life, that's
Well, I
it.
know that you came to our house and you explained everything, and
Yep, sure
I'm
did.
locked in with life insurance. How, if people want to get a hold of you, tell everyone. Is that your number right there that you want people to
My
call?
direct line is on the screen, 559-382-6705. You can Google me, Banker's Life, Alicia Dias. My website will come up. You can seek me out there and set up an appointment.
Okay.
Yeah,
And you'll
I'm
go
here
to people's
locally,
homes?
but we'll handle anywhere in California.
Now,
So-
what about I know we're out of time, but young people, they just got married, they're about to have kids. Should they be looking at life insurance?
Oh, absolutely.
Especially
Set it up
now,
when
huh?
you're young,
Yeah.
and then you get, and it's really cheap when you're young too. And then you can always add little pieces here and
Add
there
it.
as you need to when
Yep,
you buy your
that's what I
house
wanna
and when
do
you have
eventually.
the third and fourth child and all of that. Yeah.
Here's the way I look at it. My family should be supported at the same level as if I'm there providing for them. If I get in a car crash, I disappear, whatever happens to me, they should be supported at the same level.
And even if you don't have a family, you want to have at least a little something, because there are people that you're leaving behind that are going to
Yeah.
need to take care of the final expenses for you, and you don't want to leave a burden, and you certainly don't want them out, on a street corner.
I have a quick question because we talked about this before, but a lot of people, like with work, I've had so many radio jobs and pharmaceutical jobs and check off life insurance. How does that work with work rather than having a policy with you? It's better to have a policy with you, right?
I always
Because
look at
with
the
work-
policy that you have through work as kind of bonus money, because it's a group policy. As soon as you leave that group, you've lost your coverage. And if you
Right.
wait too long, you might have some health issues that you're not even aware of that you have.
Yeah.
And you may not be able to get
And that
insurance on your own.
coverage is gone.
Yeah. I mean, I've attempted to insure 20-something-year-olds who have been declined for conditions that they didn't even realize that they had. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So you
because-
can't just rely on
Yeah.
that. You want to get something as soon as you can. Set it up for your kids. You can get policies for your kids now, and you've set them up for the rest of their life.
Right.
I like to say it this way. Alicia Dias, it's free. It's
I
free
know.
to talk to you,
Oh,
right?
it's free to talk to
call,
me.
get this advice. Use the advice, don't use the advice, but find out the truth. Like you sat down and explained to Athena and her family.
Right.
Yeah.
So she can make a good decision. Get the good decision, find out.
And you can text me at that number too.
Oh, nice.
Is that 382 or 352?
382-6705.
All right. Alicia Diaz, everybody. Yay, you're awesome. I did life insurance. You should too. We'll be this right after back with Jeremy Gonzalez.